The difference between our densities, the lowest density we currently offer is 130%. This is an example of 130%. It's quite hard to show density on camera. This is 150%. This is a different color as well. I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's more hair in this one. It's slightly thicker and more dense. This one is more lightweight and more of a natural density. I usually recommend 130 or 150% if you're not used to a lot of hair. If you naturally have thin hair or like a lot of hair doesn't look good on you, you'd probably want to stick to 150 or 130. I find these look the most natural because the average person does not have extremely thick hair. You'll find with our ready to ship wigs, often the longer the wig gets, the higher the density. So if we have like a 24-inch wig, we'll usually make it in 180%. And that's because the longer the hair is, you need a little bit more density so it doesn't look like thin, long hair. I don't like that style personally, but we can always make you a long wig in 130% or a low density if you request that. My recommendation is to always go for 130 or 150. 150 is like still full, still quite a lot of hair, but it looks natural. I'm wearing 150 right now. The other options we have is 180% density. I do not like making wigs at 180% density unless they're at least 20 inches long. I think hair that's 20 inches or shorter at 180% density is just too thick, and it starts to look wiggy when it's at a higher density and a shorter length. So generally when we start getting into the 22 inches, 24 inches, that's when we'll add extra hair and make it a 180% density. This is 180% density. It's still a lot of hair. You could even make this look more full by the way you style the wig. You could do big bouncy waves if you're looking for that glam look. I only like wearing 180% density if I'm, going to a special event and I want that va va voom. But for every day, I personally steer away from 180 unless it's a long wig. We also have another density, which is called 200%. That's the max that we offer. We do get requests for 250% density. I don't like to make wigs at that density. They start to look really wiggy. You have to remember, the more hair on a wig, often the more unnatural it looks. So 200% is thicker than this, and I already think this is quite full. We don't generally offer ready to ship wigs at 200%. Occasionally we will. If you want a 200% density, which is the max we offer, you'll need to order a custom wig. But one density is still so full, like that looks beautiful, natural, and it still looks like, yeah, that woman grew her hair. So here's the difference between the three: 130, 150, 180.